Hey YouTubers, Electric Adventures here, and I've got a couple more pickups. One package from interstate, and another item that I won on eBay but I was able to pick up locally, saving me quite a bit of money. So I'll do the local one first because it's not in the box. Okay, and it is a very good condition Atari 2600 black console, or Vader as they are known around the traps. It's in quite good condition. I've given it a test so far, and it works quite well. I mean, a couple of the buttons could do with a bit of cleaning on the contacts, but they do work. And for those of you who haven't seen the Vader, the joystick ports are in the back, and it's only two of them. So from the old Woody, they went from a 4-player unit down to a 2. What am I talking about? Got one of the old ones. But anyway, they went from 6 buttons down to 4. Getting rid of a couple of buttons. They seem to be a much sought after console, but take it from me, they're not actually that rare in Australia. There are lots of them for sale. Like this week when I got this one, there were 5 for sale. This one was here in Tasmania, so I chose to concentrate on this one. And this whole thing cost me only cost me $26. So I got the unit, a proper official Atari power supply, a small bundle of games. Now actually, I have all bar one of them, but they are all very good games. You know, they're all good core games that anybody who has 2600 should have. So we have Missile Command. Good old Space Invaders, Asteroids, one of my favourites, Berserk, an Activision game, Star Master, which is a little bit of a takeoff of Star Raiders. Enduro is an amazing, all Enduro copies that I have other than the one I have in the box all have this similar pattern to the label degrade. And a game that I didn't have, Jawbreaker, which is actually quite a good game. So we'll be doing a little bit of gameplay. I won't necessarily do all of those, but we'll give those a go. Interesting enough, it came with a joystick. I knew it looked funny in the pictures and I wasn't really concerned because I've got plenty of joysticks, but this is the joystick that it came with. We gave it a bit of a glare, so it says left player, serve fire. It's a Pong controller. So if anybody can tell me which brand Pong machine that goes to, might be a spare for somebody out there. I'm not really into collecting Pong machines, but if somebody's needs a left player serving joystick for a Pong machine, there we go. Alright, let's open up the other package. Sorry, I've got address information on it, so I think I know what this is. This is the size of the box is throwing me, but it's probably just my memory playing tricks on me on how big the actual thing is. If I'm right about what this is a bit of retro computer goodness. Quite well. Oh, bit musty. So lots of bubble wrap, that's good. Inside a nice hard cardboard box, so well packaged. It most certainly is the thing I was thinking it was. Just got him out. Right, it's got the original transport cover. It's an, sorry about the camera, Amstrad notepad computer. Now, working condition is unknown, but I got this for under $10, so we'll see. But it looks like it's in good condition as far as the keys, and the screen doesn't look scratched. Actually, screen's it looks like it's been nicely kept in its little packet. So you know, they've actually got quite a nice full, you know, well, travel. I mean, I wouldn't call it full travel, but it's still quite a nice keyboard. These were very popular back when I was going to university as as computers to, you know, take notes on, because it's got a very good word processor in it. Also, I actually owned two of another model by I'm not sure if it was Casio or Scion that I used to go around to Cisco routers, and has really good terminal software in there. You just plug in a serial port, so full-size serial port, parallel port, power, which is 6-volt DC, and it's got the which way around it's wired there, which is really handy. It's got a slot for a memory card. A memory escapes me what sort of that is. Around here it has contrast, the brightness of the screen, and the batteries last for quite a long time, like 20 hours or something like that. So you could you know, you could put your script on there for your Cisco router and go around and plug in and program the Cisco router in the computer room, which was very, very handy back in the day. But I mean, these ones, the Amstrad ones, they actually come with, you know, word processor, calculator, and a diary in there. And they've got a main battery, so main working battery, and a backup memory battery as well. So the person didn't know whether it was working or not, so we'll have to open him up, see what the battery compartment's like. Well, it's empty at the moment. It doesn't look like it's had batteries sitting in there and they've gone off, so that's a good sign. So I might track down some batteries. What do we need? AA's. And now I accidentally cut myself off there when I was moving the portable computer forward. But anyway, I took the opportunity to put some batteries in the unit. Now it doesn't fire up at the moment. Now the lithium battery more than likely is as dead as a doornail, and some of these things won't work unless the lithium battery is going. Now it's a pretty standard battery, a CR2032. I'm not even sure whether that's the same as the one that goes in the Saturn, so if it is, I've got a spare of one of those somewhere. But I'll dig one of those out and definitely give it another go. If it still doesn't work, then it could be tarnished in the contacts in here, and I just need to hunt out. I'm sure I've got a 6-volt power supply around somewhere as well. But anyway, yeah, very excited to have that in the collection. It's in really good nick, and we'll just have to see whether we can get it working. So may do some more demos of that in the future. And a very, very nice pickup, and addition to the collection regardless, as a bit of history. Alright, we'll go do some game demos of those Atari games. Right, here we go with Jawbreaker. So it's a bit like Pac-Man. You've got to go around and grab all the dots on the screen while avoiding the smiley pumpkins or whatever they are. And you can escape between lines using the gaps that come along. You have to be careful because the guys change direction. Oh, and you can grab the pill in the middle, and for a short period of time you can eat them. So I'll just see if I can finish a stage. Let me get that again. There we go. And then at the end of the stage we get our teeth brushed. Okay, in the game Enduro, it's a for the 2600, quite a good racing game. So straight up and down. Quite colourful. Oh, I do apologise for the quality of my TV signal, but this TV's tuners. It's great for the composite input things, but anything that requires tuning, it constantly mucks around with the signal all the time. We end up with a bit of fuzziness. Now, what you've got to do, see the count down the bottom? Currently 173. We've got to pass that many cars before the day runs out. So at the moment it's early morning, so we've got till first thing the next morning to pass the allotted number of cars. And then if you do that, you get to go, you get to do it again. And it's the number of kilometres you can do. And you have several different stages, like we've progressed into a snow stage, so that affects the steering. As I said, for the 2600, it's actually quite a good racing game. Oops. So I'm approaching half the cars now. I'm not doing very well. Alright, I'll leave it at that because it's not a big in-depth thing of each thing. But it's quite a good fun game. Okay, next we have Berserk, one of my favourites. Random starting position. Where you have to shoot the robots before they shoot you. You're not allowed to touch the walls because they're electrified. And once again, for a 2600 version game, it's quite fast, and the graphics are quite good. There's one screen cleared, and every time you clear a screen, the guys change colour and they get a little bit more intelligent. I don't know whether the player gets any more intelligent. I'm dead already. Dear me. Now this one in the first game doesn't feature the smiley that chases you out of the room if you're in there too long. I'm not sure, because I haven't played it for such a long time, mucked around with it, whether you get that on some of the other game variants. Okay, now if you have a 2600, you must have asteroids. On the 2600, asteroids is just such a fun game. So obviously you break the rocks up. It's actually best not to overdo it, so you get too many small fragments. And as I said, I do apologise for the quality of the picture. Just wait a little bit. Good point strategy is to wait until the spaceship comes out, so leave a small asteroid. You keep on going and it gets a little harder. Great fun game that you can play for ages. Okay, next game is Missile Command. It actually does work with a trackball if you wish. Could have got my trackball controller out, I suppose. So the missile trails come down, and you've got to defend your cities down here. Unlike the arcade game, you only have the one missile thing in the middle, but it does have 3 lots of missiles. That's what those black indicators over on the left are. They're the other missile stores. So we've started our second one now. We've cleared them off. You get a bonus for the missiles you haven't used, and a bonus for each city you've managed to defend. So you need to time the travel time of your bullets. But you know, you can have several bullets going. And it has the harness. So change colour now, so mightn't have the fancies of, you know, the times points stage that you're on or anything like that. But as with a lot of 2600 games, it plays really well. You know, you could sit here playing this for quite some time and have a lot of fun. Let's try and see if we can get up to the stages of some of the harder stuff in it. Well, as you can see, it's coming down a lot faster. And it does eventually have smart bombs and other things that come into it. But for once I'm actually doing quite well. As you can see, they're starting to come down quite hard, fast now. Amazingly, I'm still surviving. There you goes the smart bomb. You've pretty much got to hit them dead on. And you can only have so many missiles in flight too. Alright, as much as I'm having lots of fun, I better leave it at that. Now, one of the original games released for the Atari 2600 is Space Invaders, which I think they did an excellent job with considering when it was made and the limitations of the hardware. So also forget, you know, it's pretty much a launch game, so the developers hadn't really worked out what they could do with their lovely machine, but it has all these different game variants you can do. You can even play it 2 players simultaneously on the screen. No, missed out on that one. I can remember playing this game for hours with my friend. You clear them off and you get another frame and they start a little bit further down. And you can shoot through the barricades and everything like that. Excellent game. And this is the last one on. It's Star Master. Now, without a set of instructions, this game is actually really hard to figure out. Right, so you start off in a sector of space, we've got an energy level, and it's gradually going down. You actually need to use the switches on the console to work out what's going on. Now we are this little dot here. Up here there are 3 enemy, there's 2 enemy here, and these are star bases where we can refuel. So let's go up here and see that lot just moved. Now you select, go at all men, switch back, and we've got to avoid, I suppose, suns or asteroids. It also uses a fair bit of energy to go into hyperspace. So the cross is flashing, which means there are enemies around. There we go, I got his bullet and I shot him. And every time you fire, it takes a fair bit of energy too. I'm doing better than the last time I played this. It's actually quite clever that they were able to reprogram the switch, use the switches on the console itself to introduce a bit more complexity to the game. Alright, well, we've cleared that sector out. We've got plenty of energy left. We'll go get that one down there. So he's still here somewhere. Oh, and I got him too at the same time. There we go. So I'll go to the starbase now, just so you can see that bit, and then I'll leave it to him. So it's a game with a little bit of strategy and things like that. Activision's reply to one of Atari's more popular games. So you've sort of got to keep the station in front of you until you get a certain thing, and then you get refueled. Alright, well, thanks for the short demo, and I'll catch you all later.